Our first port of call is Ulzebek.
Back where you first started out.
Yeah, along with my dad.
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
Liar.
Huh?
You heard me. You've never been good at hiding your emotions, Shionne.
Excuse me? Just what do you... No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is it about Alphen?
No. Not just him.
Something you can't talk about?
Rinwell, I'm not like the rest of you.
Of course you are! No, I'm serious. Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same, Shionne. We're alike in more ways than you know. If any of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand. I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, you don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage like Rinwell.
I'm not a sovereign, maiden, or lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave.
But regardless of all that, I'm here for you, Shionne.
That goes for me too. We all want to be there for you. Me and Hootle and even the boys. I promise. I mean, that is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Thank you. Rinwell. Kisara.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Yeah, I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in charge. Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
I think it's safe to rest here now. All right, something is definitely up with Shionne.
Yeah, something big by the looks of it. I've never seen her so serious.
So, do you think we should say something to Alphen then?
I was wondering the same thing myself, but then it occurred to me. Whatever this thing on her mind is, it's probably the last thing in the world she wants people to know about. If she's trying this hard to keep it secret, then it's not really our place to go telling people before she's ready.
Yeah.
I can't tell them. There's just no way I could, right? What am I supposed to do?
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Wow! Thank you. What? Great!
Yeah.
Wow!
I wish I could get an examination.
Well, if you say so. Let me see, yes, you're Rinwell, all right?
Everyone around here looks so much happier than they used to.
I'll say, it feels like an entirely different place. I suppose it's had time to adjust to its newfound freedom.
Zephyr would have been so happy to see this.
Yeah, he really would have. Especially if he knew Law was... Law? Something bothering you, Law?
Nah, I'll be fine. It's just, you know.
It still weighs on you, doesn't it? Running away back then.
I abandoned my home. Then when I finally come back, it's been liberated. What's important is that it's free. I get that, I do. I just... I should have been here.
Ah, Calagia. Feels like it's been ages.
And wasn't Zephyr with us too?
Dad.
Hey, chin up. This is your hometown.
Just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head to...
Hey, Nath.
What? Can't you see I'm... Alphen?
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule, I'm up to my ears in Danan disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renin starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegus.
Lenegus? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Well, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renin invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close. It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calagia. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
I wonder if it could have been one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The old Zionne mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that. But you should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor, but there's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
A Zoogle, huh?
Well, I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing, so I can't tell you much more. Just be real careful if you head out that way. All right.
I guess...
Right.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nath was talking about one bit.
Well, we have to press on. We're going through Zionne Mine to Berg Volcano. Let's move.
Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kinda out of spirits.
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get these kind of temperatures back in Cislodia.
Calaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter wonderland.
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect their appearance at all. But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby. Whew!
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up? Weird.
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him change.
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different colors, and his stomach and sides, like a map of our travels? Ow! lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile!
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Hootle takes pride in his appearance, you know.
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic beauty in an owlet so young.
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like. All right, it's done. Apologies for the wait, you guys.
That's a lot of fish you've cut up again, Kisara.
That's because I caught so many earlier. If you're going to eat them, it's best to do it while they're still fresh.
Was it difficult slicing up that many fish?
No, I'm used to it. It's no big deal for me at this point.
I know I probably shouldn't be saying this after all the trouble you went through, but I've never really understood the appeal of sashimi.
Oh, I'm sorry, Law. I didn't realize. I only make it because it's an easy way to deal with big catches when I fish.
You haven't done anything wrong, Kisara. Law, if you don't like the flavor, you're always welcome to add some of my spices to it.
Hey, yeah, that might work. I'll just put some of this here.
What's wrong, Law? I've never seen someone jump up and sprint off that fast.
He ran as soon as he took a bite of that sashimi.
Was he crying because of the taste?
I don't think the sashimi is the problem here, guys.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Thinking some more about how to realize your ideals?
No. Actually, I've been trying not to obsess about it as much as before. I find when I think too much about my ideals, I get hung up on the reality of things and lose sight of what's really important. I know what it's like to go hungry, to lose your family. That should be reason enough to fight for a better society, so nobody else has to. Sorry about that.
Even thinking about things will make you hungry after a while. You wait here. I'll go whip something up for you.
Thanks for the food.
What's so funny?
Nothing. Just impressed at how good of a cook you've become.
Well, we've been on this journey for a while now, so I've had more than a few opportunities to hone my skills.
Yeah, and now I have a good meal in me. There's a simple kind of happiness that comes with that, you know? One that's more powerful and convincing than complicated logic can be.
That reminds me of something Law said, about how talking too much doesn't put food in people's stomachs.
That sounds like Law. But it's true nonetheless. When you get down to it, all you really need is enough food to keep you full and to be surrounded by people you love. Everything else comes second.
Speaking of people you love, I haven't heard you talk about Miguel much lately.
Wow, okay. Way to make me feel like the worst sister ever. But you're right, I haven't. If I'm honest, I think it's because I finally found other people I love just as much. Whatever kind of society we end up having after this, it needs to be a place where I know you all can be happy. That's my starting point for now. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Let's stay safe today.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
So we're back in the Zionne Mine Tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law. So hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast. Get low!
Get behind me!
Hang your dreams!
On guard!
It's a duel of the arts! Do it!
Airborne scoundrel.
In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed blow.
Take this!
Hurricane strike!
No escape!
Going in!
Hold on to your art. Here I come!
Dance on the wind. Naked the abyssal deep. Clear for us a path.
Finish without a trace!
No escape! Azure Storm!
Explosion!
You're fit!
Resonate with the earth.
Azure Storm! This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Strength to march on.
Here's a healing art!
The bigger they are, the harder they fall!
Annihilate! Go for the weak point!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Double Demon Fang!
Take this.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
This one's mine!
You want me? Come get me!
Explode! Crescent moon!
Rising Wyvern! An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
Finish it!
Alphen!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
shot.
Zionne,
You wanna play?
Rising Falcon!
Glacial fire! Too slow!
If it cools up, time to get out of the way.
Far enough!
Barrier!
Glacial freezing storm!
No armor. Stop me!
Mine made us just as well. I'm here to stop. Do it! Alphen!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
This one's mine.
This one's nuke!
Magna Ray.
You're on!
Glacial fire!
Magna Ray.
Azure Storm!
Sadistic descent!
Hold on to your arm. Here.
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
On
your knees.
Glacial fire!
Okay, here I go.
I'm ready! Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara.
Into the
Azure
shadows.
Storm! Demon
Glacial
Fang!
fire!
Double Demon Fang!
Ready! Alphen!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
That firepower of yours is really something.
I could say the same.
You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
Grant me the strength to march
Magna
on.
Ray. Going in.
I'm ready!
Triumph instant.
Rising Falcon!
Shield from calamity.
Sonic
Going in.
Far enough!
Gemini Aqua.
Got fire!
I got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
Going in. Aqua's impact.
Eagle Ray.
A freezing storm. Ice tornado. Kisara. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Sometimes I wonder where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
My face is starting to sting. My throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
You want some too, Shionne? Oh, wait. I bet you're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Grant me the strength to march on.
Arms being interrupted.
Shield from calamity.
Glacial fire! Take cover when it curls up! Wait!
Blind free. If they took it still.
Can you take care of them?
The enemy
Sooner
feels
said
on
than
too.
done. We'll soon see about that.
Now I can let loose.
Frozen.
Hammer! Glacial fire! The power of light!
Okay, here I go.
Shield and ice!
Take this!
This one's
No
mine!
escape!
This one's mine!
Dragon form!
Here goes!
Take this!
Hurricane!
With precision like that, I'm glad you're not on the other side.
Likewise for you and that shield.
Best to stay in one another's good graces then.
Rising Falcon! Wind!
Ice tornado.
Sturda! Tear!
I'll face you.
Hurricane strike! Make it rain!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
chance we could make the next time a little bit warmer?
Does it look like it comes with a thermostat?
Like this. Be easy.
Freezing storm!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Ice tornado! Their hide is thick as armor.
Shield from calamity.
Dohalim!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
I'll take you on!
Thanks, Kisara.
Flare the Malika!
By the power of water, leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaints here.
A freezing storm!
Ice tornado!
Those are impressive skills. They took a lifetime to master.
And I'll have to keep training.
Not today!
Allow me to help you.
A freezing storm!
Is that a healing art?
It is. Can't ignore your pain.
I'll try to be more careful.
Rinwell!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Looks like we got them all.
I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
We got the advantage.
You pick. Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, because Raw's on.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope I wasn't fooled.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever. I've never seen Shionne actually look flustered.
Do it! Alphen!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
will hold itself together, right?
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which one is it?
Forgive you!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll smash you!
Thanks! You're mine! Flame inside is yours to be let free! Move out!
Now I'm in.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Go away!
Rising Phoenix!
Concentrated!
First strike! Rush!
I'll end you! That's for
Lightning!
Dragon Swarm!
Talon
Here I
Hurricane!
come! No escape!
Holy Land!
Win!
I'm all
You're
set!
up! Dohalim! Blow them away!
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
Rising River! Rising Falcon!
Burning water!
Double Demon Fang!
Eagle Assault!
Destruction! Aim for the weak spot!
I'm on it! Eagle Assault!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm on shuttle! Now I'm in the groove!
Winds of heaven! First force!
Rising
Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword, they will
This
just
has got your name on it!
Kisara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
The heavens must be smiling.
What is this?
They got me flanked! We are freaking invincible!
And the others truly are strong.
What about me?
Eat dirt!
Now you see what I watch this!
Portal Blade!
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming!
This has got your name on it!
I'm totally fine.
No further!
Now, Law, get toasty.
Bird strike!
Right, next one.
Already on!
Razor Cyclone.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on a roll now!
Firmament Ranger. Firmament Ranger.
Pierce!
Arrow Blow.
I'll tear you apart!
Portal Blade!
Everyone hanging in there?
This should be easy.
Sharpness! Let the marksman handle this!
Where are you going?
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! One more! Radiant flood! Arnexter coming through! Reload!
I'm on a roll, man!
To be let free. We're cleaning house.
Let me take the rest of them.
Well, someone's feeling lively. You're really, really strong, Alphen.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around.
As impressive as always.
Ah, and here I hoped I was improving.
A victory for the ages.
Close one!
Shionne! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Right, next one!
Already on!
Up and at 'em! Let's go! Ice prison! Lunar corruption!
Dragon swarm!
Watch this!
Burning the sky is mine!
Fury!
Ignite! Ice prison!
Not on my watch!
Take this! Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Will this help?
Be still! Lightning Now I can let loose.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
Nope, that'd be silly. My fists are crushing it out there!
It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
So don't try anything funny. Especially you, Law. No pushing anyone, not even as a joke.
I'm not a little kid!
This will be a delicious piece of cake!
I can carve through armor!
Sharp missile! Water, hear my call! Fall to the spread!
Ignite! Come one, come all!
Swallow dance!
Ender Storm!
I'm just getting started!
Freeze!
Divine!
Rage!
Severing Wing! Tear! Here I come! Dragon
You make my work!
Want me to pick up your slack then?
Just pointing it out!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that wasn't proven.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shionne actually look luster.
Ready and raring!
Holy
Armor won't save you!
Will this help?
Dragon Swarm! Do it!
Okay,
Dohalim!
here I...
Hey! Blow them away!
Take it!
Dragon Swarm!
Wind Astral Energy! Radiant
Lightning Thrust! I'm on! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Air Thrust! Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky! Hi, Poodle! Not in your dreams!
Okay, here I go! Lightning Thrust!
Radiant Storm! Alright! You have to aim for the burn area on their back!
Finish it!
Dohalim! Hey! Blow them away!
Purge North!
It'll work!
Waterfall! Freeze Lancer! I did it! Air Thrust! Light Astral Energy!
Armor won't save you!
Magna Ray!
Dragon!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here's a healing art!
Here I come!
Serpent Knuckle! Magic!
Serpent Knuckle!
Freeze Lancer!
Must be easy to pick off the bad guys from far off.
It is. I mean, aside from adjusting for movement, wind speed, trajectory...
See? Easy.
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you. To handle both.
Not necessarily.
Fire's a...
This thing is medically
right.
approved!
Sharpness! Everyone, get back! It's too dangerous!
Dazzle!
Ice Prison!
Rising Falcon!
Swallow dance! Oh, now
Go for the weak point!
Now it's in the groove!
Got it! Now's our chance!
Now you see what I can do!
Here goes!
Take this!
Ice Prison! The healing circle!
mine!
Disasters A1! Come for the parent security!
Nice while it lasts.
Nail strike! Radiant pierce! Another annihilation! Come for the healing security! Nail struck! Lightning!
Do it!
If we...
Hey! Blow them away!
Nicely done.
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go! This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone!
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared!
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Zoogles?
Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
Azure Storm!
I may have bit off more than I can chew. Nail thrust!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Far enough!
Rising
Here's a
Wyvern!
healing arc.
Soaring light!
Thanks!
Burn in hell!
That's a bitch!
Glacial fire!
Azure Storm! Dragon Swarm!
In a bind?
Going in!
That's gonna smart. Healing circle!
A pre-power burst!
Illuminate the dark!
Try harder! Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with thorns.
Shionne.
Damn it!
Firmament Ranger! First aid!
Meteor!
Arrow Wall! Got it! Nail Buster! Art expert coming through!
Eat dirt!
Glacial Fire! Field!
Going in!
Severing Wind!
Make it rain!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
All thanks to you. Far enough!
Armor won't save you!
Demon Fang!
My head's spinning just watching you.
Frozen Toe! Nailed it!
Sonic Thrust!
Idiot! Discard! Hurricane Burn! On guard!
Ice Crystal!
Azure Storm!
Explosion!
Double Demon Fang!
Hurricane! Let's keep up the pressure!
Here's a healing arc!
Attack time!
First aid!
I owe you one.
Firmament Render!
Time to shine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Arrow Sword!
Do it!
Finish it!
Frozen!
Hammer! Ready to go!
This one's all mine.
Here come more!
We'll just have to keep fighting.
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down.
Here's a healing arc!
Glacial
Field! I'm never fit! Photon Blast! Alright! Moving through! It's go time! Lightning No more playing nice!
Eat dirt!
I'm all stuffed up!
Far enough! This one's mine!
I think the enemy's getting desperate.
Got them where we want them.
Don't tip your hand, though.
As impressive as always.
And here I hope it was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shionne actually look flustered.
Glacial fire!
Don't mind if I do!
Glacial fire!
Healing circle!
Appreciate the help.
You are in the sky!
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
Finish it!
Alphen!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I'll heal you all! Healing circle!
Okay, here I don't know what I'd do without.
Reinforcements incoming! Not a problem! Rinwell!
It's nothing!
Carve
I'm
through
alright!
armor! Leave the chargers to me!
I'm right behind you.
Here's a healing arc!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial fire!
One more time! Hold on to your arms! Here I come!
Burn!
Here, let me help! Don't mind if I do! Here goes!
Now I can
Good to go! It looks like you got this in the sky! It's mine!
I'm coming, Rinwell.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine. Explosion! Water snake quick!
It's time.
I never miss. Sword! Not on my watch.
Be still.
Here, let me...
Throwing light
Ready,
spear.
first
Your
aid!
arm.
Flame sword! Now!
Alphen!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix
Cyclone. Get it.
Yeah!
Dance of
Nice
the wind.
technique!
Air thrust! Confiscated! Sweet dreams!
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Holy land!
They're up
You
for
picked the wrong
interrupted!
fight.
I'll heal you all!
I can carve through armor!
Illuminate the dark! Healing circle!
I owe you, Shionne. Healing is what my arts do best.
All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
No chance!
Will this help?
Healing circle! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone.
Everyone all right?
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
How are we supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it.
Alphen!
Just watch and learn. That's enough. Go back down! Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now. Let's go. You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Hey, is that it over there?
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people, too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave? We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now. It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shionne and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken. And this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renan homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shionne and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shionne can finally get rid of her thorns. Shionne?
Huh? Yeah.
Where? Shionne? Where'd Shionne go? How could she just go off on her own? Shionne. Shionne! It's your thorns? But why? You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Wait a second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Rolron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time.
Huh?
The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often. I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Shionne. But tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Shionne, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to...
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's... too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Shionne!
Alphen?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alphen.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. We'll fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else, too?
Shionne, what do you want? It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys...
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shionne is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns. The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shionne. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys... You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shionne is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shionne doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in, then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shionne in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shionne's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shionne wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shionne doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shionne what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Did you know?
You mean about Shionne?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her, no matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shionne, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shionne. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shionne's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shionne's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rinwell. Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadheim, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renins. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shionne.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shionne. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calagia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.